Hey guys, Max here again with another A Nation Left Behind episode, as of course our Scotland national team save. After the disappointment of a trip to Slovakia, we now have a home friendly against Kosovo. I'm sure these are all eagerly anticipating this one. We're at Easter Road, so a little change of scenery from the usual Hampden Park. One change from the squad, Stuart Armstrong is injured, so in his place comes the one and only, I've already forgot, James Forrest. I can't believe I actually picked James Forrest in the initial squad, which is quite bad of me. But we'll change the system up a bit. The terms of play is exactly the same. It'll be direct. It'll be try to make the best of the wing backs. And I've already uploaded the set pieces as well, so we won't have to worry about that either. But it's all about fine tuning everything in this match before we go ahead and take on England in our next qualifier. So, quick rundown of how the team looks. A lot of it looks bad because of how they're rated, but it's places a lot of these players have played in real life. So, McGregor will play in goals in this one. I'm going to go with a back three this time of Kieran Tierney filling in as that left centre back with Liam Lindsay and Charlie Mulgrew. So, again, the lack of a right sided centre back is something I'm going to look to address before we head into the England game. Darren Fletcher's going to sit in the anchor role. We'll use him until he does retire from international duty. Andy Robertson in the left-hand wing-back position, and James Forrest played that a few times for Celtic in real life, so we'll utilise him on that right wing-back role. Deep line playmaker, I've actually went with Robert Snodgrass. We did have a lack of central midfielders, but I felt like giving him the opportunity, and I'm actually going to make one change actually, and that'll be MacArthur coming in for Tom Kearney. I don't like the idea of him being a box-to-box midfielder. And I just want to try a central midfielder attacking to see how that goes. It's not a role I use particularly a lot, especially not my NEC save, so we'll go with that. And again, because I don't really want to use Stephen Fletcher, try something different. Ollie Burke up front. Naturally, we all know he's a wide man, but again, has featured in that kind of role for at least under 21s team. I think he played there a few times as well for the team that went to the Toulon tournament. So we'll try it. It is a massive learning experience here, but it might come to this stage where we probably have to look to try and fit in some wingers and really base the team around that. It's not going to be completely easy. A few players I recognise there, Valon Berisha in the centre of the park, and former FM wonder kid Dennis Adavagier, have you ever pronounced that? The striker up front. No one else really, at the top of my head there, clicks as someone that I'm aware of. Is that possibly Selena? I think rings a bell. But anyway, we'll see the boys do. Hopefully a good attacking performance. We've got them on attack instead of counter, because as a team we should be really taking game two. And it's not really down to us to see what we can do. So here's ball in. Andy Robertson up there for the set piece. Interesting. But yeah, as long as we can try and get a win here, because the thing is as well, going forward, every match is going to be vital until the Nations League, because if we end up losing friendlies like this, the lower our national ranking goes, and then we could end up in a group with lesser teams, which, whilst good for victories then and morale, when it comes to the nitty gritty of qualification for a tournament, it's just not good enough. So, pretty drab game so far. A couple of chances either way. Nothing I would say that seems to be clear cut. And not really any players taking the game by the scruff of the neck either. You can see there a couple of 6.8s for the visitors. For us, really just Callum McGregor that seems to be the only one that's performing. But absolutely typical, you get a game like this when you're looking to do live comms for every match forward. So a drab first half will come to an end with absolutely zero highlights. And it even says it in the description there, a drab game so far. So we'll try and change it up a little bit. I feel like I'm maybe too overprotected in midfield, so I'm going to ditch James MacArthur and we'll give that role to Lee Griffiths. Let's try and play with two up front. So we'll have Lee Griffiths, actually have him as the attacking one. I wouldn't even say the deep line, I'll actually go false nine, have Burke dropping out these kind of areas for a bit. We'll give Richard Tate his first cap as well, actually going to play him on the left, cutting in. Basically because James Forrest late call up, and I'd rather give Andy Robertson a bit of a break as well. So we'll give Scott Bain his first cap. I like giving a lot of people their first caps in friendlies, trying them out. The other free subs we'll make over the course of the second half. We don't want to break the game up too much. We do want to take it serious. We do want to win, and it's really about some of these guys be in our squad for the future, or is it going to be a case of nah, try again, next crop come through? Because there's a lot in the 21s that I'm earmarking for the future. Could fast track McGinn, McCrory, and that's just naming two of that. John Suter. There could be plenty of other guys that do get an opportunity. So sub 3, we'll go with Tom Kearney coming on for Snodgrass. Try him. Even as a deep liar, try him as an attacking one. Let's really go for it. And judging by fitness as well, we'll try Alan Hutton. In fact, Ryan Fraser, and that's actually push Ryan Fraser a little bit further forward. Play him actually as a winger. No point in defending against Kosovo. We'll just go for it. Someone again that predominantly plays on the left, but again, it's all about opportunity, seeing what works, and try to take that risk and hoping that something pays off in this kind of game before we properly get into it. But not exactly what you want to be doing before a game against England, that's for sure. But having most of the play, that's a blatant lie. Come on, get away. Can we counter? We just don't seem to be getting the bodies up at all. Fraser, if you can play this long. There was a gap there, but Griffiths is in. Good save there from the keeper. Gianni. So that's one thing we'll definitely do is butcher a lot of names. So we'll try our best with pronunciations. So we've used 4 subs. We'll make 5 subs. We'll make our last change, which on performance would have normally been Ollie Burke, but in terms of fitness, it's going to be Fletcher or McGregor coming off. And what we'll do is we'll put as Matty Phillips coming on for Fletcher. Phillips will play on the right hand side. Just going to go straight to a 4-4-2. I just took Tate off. I have just made 8. No, I haven't. That's what I was looking to do. I know I have something I wanted. Tate to play left back. There we go. We'll just pause that game there. Really just go for it. So we'll have bottom and forward wing backs, supporting wingers. Tate can play as a complete wing back as well. And Ollie Burke. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's fine. Yep. And then we'll have him as an inverted supporting winger. So we'll try that, see if we get a bit of joy. Actually going to try and play you as a shadow striker, just trying something again a little bit different. Not quite overload, it's something friendly. Maybe overthinking stuff, but as I say, you need to try as many combinations as you can in friendlies. I've never been the greatest believer in friendlies, whether it be FM or whether it be in League or international duty, but the main thing is we get a goal, get done on the left hand side by Lee Griffiths, ironically, before we make those changes, and he plays it in, and Ollie Burke nets a goal for the national team, so a good 1-0 lead here. A bit all over the place, but hopefully, could we see a future with a 4-4-1-1? Here's Selena. I'm right in saying it might be Man City he was at, but we can see the enemy opened up, and a goal from Fejula. So again, not entirely great, and it probably gives a clearer indication as we go overload and try and push the players on, demand a bit more of exactly where our national team is, which is not a great position at all. So we'll see what happens here. Can we at least try and get one last chance? Ollie Burke, Cal McGregor, and let's not speak of that. So overall, a very disappointing match, a 1-1 draw with Kosovo. 22 shots to 10 is promising, again because of our direct style of play, not having a lot of possession, but against like England and Slovenia that's going to be the case, so really preparing for that. Probably need to look at better striking options to partner Griffiths or maybe even go with wingers, so a lot to think about, but we do need to be a lot better, and I believe our best player was it James Forrest? I believe it was. Just quickly double check that, but yep, Calmagrega got a 6.9. Forrest, nope, so it would have been, yeah, Cal McGregor probably, or Ollie Burke. So a long way to go, admittedly. Against this calibre of team, not Lithuania included, but really need to start improving it and getting a lot better. As I say, there's a lot of experience in there. If I just quickly go international selection, or international I should say, a lot of guys in there with a lot of caps that we may need to start phasing out and go with these guys down the bottom that are getting their first couple of caps. The good thing is we do have a lot of players to pick from in our national pool. That's just midfielders alone, so you take that into account. You know, who could we look at realistically if I look through it? Morrison, if he comes back from injury, 100%. Armstrong, yes. Charlie Adams done. Bardsley's done. Bannon might have a chance. John Fleck could be someone to use, depending how his career goes in the game. Callum Patterson when he's back from his long-term injury. Grant Hanley won't wear a Scotland shirt. I'm sorry, I think he's absolutely terrible. Possibly Graham Dorrans, again, how he goes with Rangers. And then you need to start looking at like Jay Fulton's, your Stephen Kingsleys. Lewis Morgan, I think, will obviously come good, so that'll be a no-brainer if Ross McCormack gets sacked together. So there's so many options, and that's not including Cads, Ryan Christie, John Souttar, Greg Docherty, Liam Henderson, Stevie Mallon. You know, the list goes on, and Tony Ralston, to name a few. So it could be something where it's a more long-term save, but right now, yeah, it's going to be pretty damn tricky to get anywhere, especially with that list of fixtures coming up. But we'll try our best, and hopefully we can make the save worthwhile. So cheers for watching, guys. Much appreciated. Again, let me know how you're finding the World Cup. Who's your tips to win it? Any shocks so far? Tonight I've just had the Spain against Iran game. I don't know what to talk about it. Pretty poor game in general. But yeah, let us know who you're tipping for the World Cup, who you're tipping for the Golden Boot. And yeah, thanks for watching. And I'll hopefully see you for that big one next time. The tie at Hampden against England. Bye bye.